All right. Hello, check. Ladies and gentlemen, we are. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'll just let you know that. I have been up here pretending to be the IT guy, trying to troubleshoot, unplug, pull around, poke, prod. Got 3 cameras, 2 cameras, a laptop, 2 control boards, and some buttons everywhere. And we have finally got it to a point where we could try to talk through this second half and get you a video. So those of you that are out there still watching, 26 viewers, I appreciate you hanging in there and waiting to see this great game that we've got going on in front of us here with Warsaw and Anderson. I'll do the best I can to be able to kind of keep up with it on the camera here. But this has been a really intense game getting and watching these players play. It's hard to take my eyes off on the court to be able to keep up with this pace. I don't know, bear with me too as I try to learn and watch the names too. I don't have my color man up here with me as he is working the table over there across the court. 9 o'clock, 9:04 out there. Appreciate you guys staying awake and watching this with us. The last game to cap off the Christmas Classic here for the first day of the tournament. As you can see on your scoreboard there, it's 32-21 coming out of that second half, or coming out of that first half. 7 minutes left to go. Both teams really doing a good job of trying to drive and get to the basket. Number 10 there, Don Bowling the third. He had a dunk earlier in the first quarter. I think it's pretty neat, but we weren't able to have the camera on for that. Both teams battling. Warsaw going there. They're on the home score. They're the Raiders. They're the 32. The guests would be the Anderson Indians at the 21. Warsaw, Anderson came out to a pretty quick 7-point lead, and then Warsaw answered with just 3 after 3 after 3 to be able to kind of take it out to the score that it was at. Couple of kids in foul troubles already. As you look on that scoreboard, number 10, as we were just talking about, Don, he's got 4 fouls already, so he's got to play some delicacy on that defensive side. Anderson answers right back, pulls it within a nice 9-point ball game. Another turnover. Anderson gives it back. Number 2, Colin Lewis in the game. Passed it real quick to number 3, William Davis. Got a little tripped up there underneath the basket. Another turnover there by the Warsaw. And this time number 2 drives it straight to the basket and gets a foul. Warsaw's going to need to kind of settle down a little bit here. Be able to appreciate the lead here. Kind of, I think the halftime conversation there with Anderson and Coach Don Bowling was to be aggressive, attack that rim, drive it. And they have Colin misses the front end of the free throws. As he walks it off, kind of processes, tries to refocus up to be able to knock the second one in. There you go, cashes it in. He's got 24 points. Well, he's got currently 9, Colin does. Brings their total team score up to 24. Warsaw trying to break the press. Number 11, Sam McDaniels, passes it out, kicks it up to number 1, Sam Lara. And then got a nice little 1-2 dribble put back in there by number 35, Jaron Curtis. He's got his first 3 points, so had 1 going into that. He's got an easy 2. So he's got 3 points on the game with 1 foul. Mr. Jackson dribbling around at the top of the key and finds his way in for a smooth layup. 22, Meidenberger trying to get it across that 10-point line or 10-second line. Gives it back out to Sam. Sam look, finds his man deep, kicks it back out. Whoosh. Number 22, Meidenberger with a whoosh. Oh, and I wasn't moving it. My bad. Mr. Jackson dribbles behind the back and puts it in for an easy 2. So 4 points there from Mr. Jackson to be able to keep that score tight. It's a 9-point ball game. A little aggressive trap there. A little 1-3-1 by the Anderson Indians. Berger's checking the other side. Just a little off. Hits the front end of the rim. Anderson be able to drive back down. Jackson's doing an isolation. He takes a step back. 3, no good. Sam bringing it up the court and giving it over to Meiden. Meiden down low. Got good position there. Number 35, Jaron, got some good position and wasn't able to capitalize in on it. And Don, good quick pass, and Don throws it up. Is not able to capitalize. Sam with the ball over to Meiden. Meiden gets trapped, back to Sam. Sam drives in, gives a little Euro. Doesn't quite get. There's some contact made, but nobody really made any effort to foul each other. And ball goes out of bounds, and so Warsaw's ball. Real quick travel call on that one. All right. Anderson settling in, passing around the top of the key, finds our back in. Don got it, had an opportunity, and then just reversed it and went to the other side. I got another travel call. It hyped up our fans here. Sam in disbelief. Not sure he thought he traveled, but it got Anderson fans excited about the turnover. A little quick pass into the Don. Bowling the third, and he puts it away for 2. A little trap and a little foul. You gotta make sure his shoes are tied tight. Got the nice Grinch looks there with the orange shoelaces. All right, looks like Warsaw's just trying to handle the aggressiveness of Anderson coming out of the halftime. And so Anderson was able to bring it into a nice little 5-point lead. There you go. That's what you need to do. Get it down to Jaron. Get you a quick 2, and then we got a timeout. I'm not sure what's happening, but must have just been a little break. All right, Anderson bringing it up to the front court. Tossing it down there to the Bowling. Bowling takes his 1-2, goes around, nice little touch with the left, not in. William be able to clean it up, puts it right back in 2 for 2. Brings it to a 5-point ball game still. Gets the crowd hyped up. A little skip pass over to Sam. Sam goes right straight into the basket. A little hard. Bowling aggressively gets the rebound, and now Anderson's back the other way. Another aggressive take. Goes right straight to the basket. Puts it in. 3-point ball game. Warsaw just turning the ball over, trying to figure out an answer for that nice little. Oh, and then the aggressiveness gets them. Colin was able to trying to get it down to Mr. Jackson. Threw it a little too high and out of the reach, and says a turnover. So kind of quieted the crowd a little bit. 3-point ball game, 39-36. Man, there is no answer. Warsaw is trying to figure it out. All right. Coach holding on to his timeouts. Just trying to process being able to let them understand how to be able to work through this, but at some point you got to stop the run. I once heard a coach say that basketball is about runs and being able to weather them and create your own. Mr. Jackson there with over the back, hits the ball downward. Yeah, it's his second, team's second for the quarter. Now we got a nice little forecourt. That's easy, 1-2. You can tell they work on that and practice it. You got to get it down. You got to break it and be able to figure out a way, get back into that first quarter movement. Go right back at him. Oh, stolen. Going down the other way. All right. Flushed it for 2. I hope I got it for you guys. Oh. We got a block. All right. And man, Anderson is being really aggressive going right at it. Colin set up to have position. 2 people blew their whistle. They were waiting for each other to call it. I'm not sure. You could probably take it either way. If you're a fan of the Indians, you might say that was a good stance and a charge. If you're a fan for Warsaw, you're going to say good call. It wasn't established, but I do know that they've got the new flopping rule, and so that was one of those moments that they're trying to figure out if it was going to be a call. Jackson just a little too far away. Coach comes off the bench there, tells him 1 shot. Must have been a play call there on the sideline to be able to say we wanted 1 shot, take it to the end. Oh, nice kick out. Alex. Oh, wow. Alex had an easy jumper, a little heavy, and next thing you know, Colin Lewis is on the other end taking advantage of that. There you go. Give it to the big guy to be able to kiss it off the glass. Hits the bottom of the net, but not the top of it. All right, so the speech at halftime worked for the Indians, coming out and closing out that gap, getting it within 1. So Warsaw at 43, Anderson at 42. A couple of foul troubles there. Don Bowling III able to play around with those 4 fouls. Was able to get a couple of flush buckets there. Big dunk there to keep that momentum going. He's still got to play delicately there on that defensive end. Number 2 there, Colin Lewis has picked up his 3rd. And then Mr. Jackson there's got number 2, while William Davis is sitting with 0 fouls and 4 points. And number 4, Raymond Bolin, is at 1-1. Meanwhile, over there on the Warsaw side, number 11, Sam McDaniels, has got 11 points and 1 foul. Sam Laura, who seems to be the point guard, trying to break through those presses, 9 and 3. So 3 fouls there. And then number 22, Maiden's got 3 fouls. Number 3, Alex Higdon, is going to be in the game with 0 and 0. And number 35, Jaron Curtis, has got 5 points and 1 foul. So let's see how this fourth quarter is going to play out. It's a 1-point ball game. We've already had an overtime game earlier today, which kind of took us off schedule. And that might have been the reason why we had a couple of little malfunctioning equipment things to be able to process through. It's just been such a long day for everybody. I admire the fans, Shenandoah hosting, the referees being able to be out here and put this tournament on. And they get it trapped down there in Coffin Corner. He's not able to get away out of it, and then Mr. Davis picks up his first foul. Okay. All right, the out-of-bounds play, throws it out there to number 11, Sam McDaniels. Sam takes it over to Meiden. Meiden to Curtis. Curtis out to Higdon. Long shot equals long rebound. And before you know it, they're on the other end. I get caught watching, and I don't get caught moving. Anderson had a 3-on-1 break. Sam did his best job of not being able to pick up the foul, and Davis was able to take advantage of that and get 3 or 2. Sam to Curtis, looks over to Higdon. Higdon to Sam. Sam drives, steps, shoots, and in for 2. A nice little move to get Mr. Jackson in the air and step around him. All right, one-man show here, so trying to do it all. Got the buttons and the levers and the stats. But Mr. Jackson said he's a one-man show. He can drive, he can dish, and he can also splash from the corner. That's almost a cardinal sin of a no-no, passing it in. And before the net could even adjust, Jackson's on the other end with the and one. Still right at midcourt with the entry pass, takes it down. We are now at a 4-point lead with the chance to be able to capitalize on the and one. So we got a timeout on the floor. It looks like the Warsaw, I was going to say the Raiders with the Raiders on the scoreboard. Warsaw takes the timeout, be able to regather his troops, talk some things out. That trap there at the middle of the court is really causing some havoc for him. Yeah, that turnover, as soon as you create the turnover, they're already at the basket trying to shoot too. So you're kind of in the camera, but not anymore. I adjusted it. We're good now. And you're back. Here, we'll add them into the camera. All right, here. See the view? See the view? Look at the people. All right. Oh, and then missed the and one. So it was a good timeout, like froze the shooter. And now we're trying to figure out how to break this press. And press has been off now. So the old timeout chess game. Work to Anderson's advantage now. They're in their 1-3-1 defense. Warsaw trying to crack it. Curtis skip past to Sam. Sam takes a look. Drives, dishes. Right back over to Sam. Sam to Meiden. Nash in the game. He snuck in on me. Gets over to Curtis. Skip pass to the corner. Anderson not allowing to have any breathing room whatsoever. Intercepts this pass back out there. Number 4, he snuck in there too, Raymond. So now we're going to kind of settle down. It's fourth quarter. We've got the lead, so let's take some time. All right. You got the pressure on her. You got the count. And now they're just going to bob and weave. There's no shot clock here in Indiana. So you can hold the ball all you want with the lead. You can make it, you can click it all the way down to 5 minutes and 4.3 seconds if you want to with this possession. The only thing you can do is either foul or just let them drive in on you. But Curtis tips it out to Sam. Sam's driving it up the court so they won't be able to set up the defense. Passes it over, and they get it back out to the top of the key, and all the Anderson defenders are back. Warsaw just trying to figure out where the crease is. There was an opportunity to be able to go right straight to the bucket. Instead, he kicks it out because they need to make some threes to be able to come back into this game. It's a one-point ball game. And now you can understand why they're saving their timeouts. Neither team will want to go quietly into the night. Being the last game of this, I think it's the last game of 8 today, where they started at 9. It's a 12-hour venture today for those of us that have been here all 12 hours. And when I say us, not really me. I snuck away to be able to go get to another tournament that's being played over in Elwood. So we got Mr. Sikowski getting the famous mop, one we lobbied for about a year and a half. And we got 2 of them out there, that faithful mop. It'd be really neat if they'd polish up this floor in the evening, but I'm not sure we've got the capability or manpower to do that over this Christmas break. But really appreciative of all of the teams that have been able to come out and play today. Really neat to be able to get them here on this court all day, every day. Being able to see 8 teams come and play. We had Seton Catholic, Anderson, Warsaw, Indy Lutheran, Waldron, Shenandoah, Greenwood Christian, and Rushville all playing today. And that was the pool play for today. So we're going to be able to have our championship games tomorrow. So if you're not doing anything and you feel like you want to watch some good basketball, come on out to the Von Jameson Memorial Gymnasium and catch a game. If not, we'll try to have our equipment working as good as it can for you guys tomorrow to be able to listen to us and watch it on the Shenandoah Sports Network. Christmas Classic. As Raymond dribbles around, passes it over to Colin, a little keep away, a little drive and kick. This is one of those things you get to watch, those basketball dribbling sports. And the only thing we're going to be able to do is stop the clock by fouling. And both teams have 1 team foul, and that's going to be able to take us 2 team fouls for Warsaw. So that's we're going to have to start fouling to be able to catch up to get that clock stopped. Meanwhile, I was off air here. Bowling the third was able to drive and shoot. Jaron Curtis kind of was straight up, but I think got him with the body. Well, at least that's what the ref said. A little timeout game playing now, 3 minutes, 48 seconds. I guess you can't take them home with you. It's 48-51. Nice to see the Anderson cheerleaders here supporting their team. They got I don't know if you've ever been to an Anderson home game. They used to. I'm not sure if they still do it. I'm hoping that we get a chance to be able to experience it. They used to do the powwow and the circle, where the Indian headdress and everything. It's a pretty good ritual in Indiana high school basketball. The chief hands over the pipe for sportsmanship. It's a ritual of every home basketball game for Anderson. I'm not sure if they still do it anymore. I've always enjoyed it. I tell you, both these teams have been very impressive with their resolve and their drive, handling the storms, doing a really good job of going on a run, taking out the lead, and then coming back and answering. So now it's kind of got a nice, interesting game. A little 3-point ball game here, leading into the last 3.5 minutes of this game. A little keep away, 3-on-2. Skip pass over to Sam. Pump fakes it over. Nash kind of pumps, looks, jumps. Skip passes over to number 3, Alex. Then the Maiden to Sam. Nash. And Nash splash from the corner. Ties it up at 51. Anderson bringing the ball up really slowly, but that three-pointer really kind of rejuvenated the Warsaw fans here that's been watching that lead dwindle. Now they've got something to cheer for, which they've always had something to cheer for. Now they've got some excitement because it's a tied-up ball game. Anderson drives and dishes. They're so quick off the dribble. I mean, once you come off that defender, they'll find that open person. And Colin there cashes in off the backboard for 2. Whoop. All right, so foul over there on the sideline. It looks like it was on William Davis, his second, so team's second. And we got a timeout, full timeout there by Anderson. Two-point ball game. Indiana basketball. You know, a really cool thing about these classics, invitations and stuff like that, is you get to see teams that you normally don't get to watch, being able to travel to your destination and being able to play some basketball. I mean, the old Hoosier adage there, where the rim's 10 feet anywhere. So, you know what? If you like the ball, you come out and play, and then we get to see the talent that's out there in the state. These two teams are very impressive. Very tall gentlemen, very athletic gentlemen, very resolved gentlemen. They are handling this intensity and competitiveness very well, giving us a pretty good excitement, getting our money's worth today. It'll be interesting to see which team comes out on top. Or we might get another overtime game. Who knows? They pass it out to Nash. Nash kicks it back up to Sam, and Sam resets the offense. Sam gives it to Alex. Alex gives it back to Sam. So they're trying to figure out a way to break this 2-3. And Hansy Collin be able to take the steal there and not able to corral it in. All right, Sam's back at it. Nash pump fakes. Trying to see where they want to go with it. Gives it over to Sam's. We got a couple of outlets. Curtis tries to set the screen. And then he backs off a little bit. Sam to Alex. Alex to Sam. Sam to Nash. Nash looks inside. Curtis tries to flash. Sam breaks it. Tries to kick it in underneath. Biden gets in there. Took advantage of Anderson's aggressiveness there at the top of the key. Found the cutting Maiden. Maiden puts it in for 2. Bring that game tied back up at 53-53. Minute 17 seconds left to go. And Anderson's wanting to maybe hold the ball figure out how to get some lanes to be able to process. You get a quick 2 somewhere. Whoop. Almost lost it. He was able to regather. Oh. Oh, they cut that off pretty quick. Okay. And you can tell that Anderson's really trying to widen out the court so he can get some lanes. Use the whole half court. Now they're going to do some isolation. Hold the ball for the last shot. They're not really close to the fouls. 3 team fouls for Warsaw, 2 team fouls for Anderson. Just 2 gentlemen with 4 fouls, so they might just need to be smart and not pick it up. Down to 10 seconds left. Colin gets some space. They drive and kick. Oh, trying to give the ball and tips it out and going the other way. Yeah, Maiden tips it. Looks like they were trying to force the ball there to Don Bowling III and get him that last shot. And they quickly tip it off of his fingers out of bounds, and now you got 0.7 seconds left to see what we're going to do with it. And we heave it into the middle of the court, and Jackson comes down with it, and we get our overtime that I've been asking for. Just because it wasn't enough basketball for regulation, we've been blessed with 2 overtime games today. Now, what's interesting to me here is that we're looking at 2 kids with 4 fouls. So number 1, Sam Lara, sitting on 4 fouls, and he's the point guard. He's the dictator. He's the one that kind of controls where the ball goes. So missing him might be important to that Warsaw offense. Well, obviously Bowling was who they were trying to force the ball to be able to get that last second shot. And he played a whole quarter and a half. It looks like a whole half with 4 fouls. So kudos to him to be able to make it to the end of the game and overtime. But in this particular situation, those fouls carry over, and if you get foul in the overtime, you're out too. So you got to be careful. Only one player with 3 fouls or less there, so number 2 on Anderson Collin. And then 22, Maiden sitting on 3. So everybody else kind of close, but not close enough to be able to foul out. We're sitting at 3 team fouls and 2 team fouls. And 3 and 2 timeouts. So I think they added a timeout per team going in the overtime. I guess me talking about not taking them with us was smart enough to be able to keep them with the overtime going in. And we're going to have a jump ball. So Curtis and Bowling, the third, is going to be jumping for the jump ball. And the old Warsaw strategy of playing defense and letting the tip go paid off for Anderson. So possession arrow going Warsaw's way in case there is a jump ball. And Jackson touching the ball at the top of the key. We haven't seen in a while for the fourth quarter, playing that keep away game. No shot clock. We got a flasher there with good defense, not able to corral it. Raymond Bowling was able to flash in there, and then Jackson takes advantage. Gets in there for 2. Well, the handsy call in there tips it out of bounds. With those 2 points there from Mr. Jackson, he's got 22 on the game, so big game for him. Nash to Sam. Sam just drives around, kicks it back out to Maiden. Maiden a little off. No, he wasn't able to see it. I'm sorry. All right, so we got a 2-point lead, and so now Anderson wants to play the keep away game. So what I always like to look for in this situation is when you get up on top, get close to somebody, one of the referees is going to start that 5 count. You can do a 5 count, that's where you're going to get your shot. When the referee kind of widens out his hands, that means there's no pressure, so they're going to restart that 5 count. Throws his forearm out, 1, 2, and then we just pass it over. They're trying to trap. Oh goodness. Bounces off of Raymond's face and then right off of Sam's legs out of bounds. So almost a turnover. But it pushed it in Warsaw's unfavor. Give it to Raymond. Raymond takes it up. Got the 10 count counted, but gets it over in 3. Counting 1. Oh. Myden there got caught up in his arms. There's a good cut there by Bowling. The third, and Myden just wasn't ready for it. Got caught up in the hands, and Bowling just went right back up with it, and they got tangled up. So shooting 2. Off the front end. Got a full timeout by Warsaw. I want to talk some things out. I think some of the fans that stayed around to watch a really good game are kind of getting restless. I know it's getting close to my bedtime. 9:40 though, ticking. I know there's a lot of good NBA games yesterday at Christmas. I hope everybody was able to have a happy holiday and spend some time with family. Watch some basketball, good football on yesterday. I'm doing pretty well in my fantasy championship game. Well, speaking of championship, we're going to have a championship game tomorrow in this Christmas Classic. Teams to be determined. Anderson on the verge of being able to win both their games today. And I think they were responsible for the overtime game this afternoon against Lutheran. All right, so we're getting around. And one. We found a way to sneak it in. And that was something you didn't really want to do. You didn't want to give them an extra shot to be able to tie this ball game up. Myden doing a really good job of getting an extra little elevation in there to create that foul and still make the 2. Warsaw doing a really good job of getting the passes back and forth before Anderson can react and got it down in there. And he cashes it in, ties the game up again. 136. All right. Seeing a couple of people touch the ball a little bit differently at the top of the key. Giving that count. We're counting out to 2 and calling in drives. Dishes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That was tough. Tough call. All right, so I think a lot of the fans that I saw, what I saw is the goaltending hit the backboard, and Jaron Curtis was up there and tipped it right back and blocked it. But it's got to be if it hits the backboard, it's an automatic goaltending. But the refs did not see that, caught them off guard, and Jackson was able to pick up a foul. So, what a turn of events. Anderson was able to go up by 2, got a goaltending that was not called, and then a foul the other way. So now Warsaw has an opportunity to hold on to the ball for the last shot to see if we're going to win the game. Oh, no, instead, it's a robbery. And it gets blocked again. And it goes the other way. Goodness gracious. Me oh my, I don't know what to do. Oh no. It goes everywhere. Bodies flying, effort, tipping the ball, blocking, stealing. Woo! Goodness gracious, going back and forth. We don't want to lose the team here. We don't want to lose the rest. We don't lose the fans. We're having a rough time. It's still 56-56. It'd be rough. All right, so timeout called by Warsaw, I think, here. Be able to talk some stuff out to be able to run this last play. Yeah, the goaltending has gotten the fans riled up, which I wouldn't be too upset seeing it. I mean, being a non-biased party sitting up here, it was a goal take on the first. I'm not sure about that second one. It was a block shot there on one end and hurried up on the other end. Good effort by both teams being able to keep it all alive and keep it going. I'm not sure if I could take much more. But here we are. We're sitting at 13.8 seconds, 56-56. One of these teams has got to win. I think Coach Sikowski over there is going to score. Oh, and a robbery. Raymond sticks it in for 2. Oh, goodness. Yeah, celebration. I feel bad for Coach Matt Moore sitting over there spending a full timeout, drawing up a play to be able to run. And first thing you do is turn it over, and Raymond Bowling, steals it, goes the other way, and gets the crowd, instead of yelling and arguing about the goaltending, gets them excited about being able to steal and put 2 points up and be able to put this game away. The team's excited. They're pumped up. 2-point ball game. 5 seconds left. And now they got to work the whole end of the court to be able to get down there. But what I've noticed so far, Nash has been really easy and smooth with his three-pointers. Sam's more of a drive and dish guy. I mean, Curtis is somebody that you're going to have to respect down low. Anderson, 3 people with 3 fouls, and Don Bowling the third still playing around with his 4th. So amazing to be able to do that, pick up those early 4 and play 3 quarters almost. All right. So now the freeze game. You come out in your offense. I want to see what they come out. We got a full timeout. I can't take them with me. I can't go home with them, so we're going to use them up. I think if they get another, if they end up going to another overtime, they're going to give them another timeout. But I don't know about you. I'm pretty exhausted watching this. Like I said about 8 minutes ago, it's getting close to my bedtime. It's getting even closer. But just like everything, when you start watching something on TV and you can't go to sleep, but you know you got to go to sleep and you can't turn it off, that's what's happening here. Can't turn this off. I'm not sure if anybody here is agreeing with me, but I wouldn't mind seeing another quarter go. This is some great basketball right here in Von Jamison Memorial Gymnasium on a Friday night. on post-Christmas with the Christmas Classic. All right, let's see what they draw. Wait. Okay, well, I'm not used to this. Back-to-back timeouts. So the timeouts have been spent. They're all used up. So the next person that calls the timeout is a technical, which we all know what happened there from the state up north and the Weber incident. Doubt that's going to happen here. Now I'm kind of curious. Do you draw up something different, or you just talk through some energy and attitude stuff? You drew it up first time, they called timeout, see what you're in. You draw it up second time to readjust it. They called timeout. Then you readjust it again. That'd drive me nuts as a coach. Draw up 3 different versions because they called 3 timeouts. All right, Curtis moving along the baseline, trying to find somebody. Getting it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gets it up. Gets it to the rim. Anderson winning another close one. Well, they found a way to be able to get a shot up. It just not quite enough to go in. Enough for everybody to go, ooh. Oh, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm getting off of here.